Hi, welcome back to my channel. And today, I want to speak to you guys about projection. Your outer reality is a reflection of your inner world. If things happen outside of yourself, there's usually an internal reason why. Now, I'm not blaming you for the world, but what I mean by this is your immediate surroundings reflect your choices, feelings, and actions. Think about the most basic forms such as friendship. The friends you have reflect who you are internally and who you think you are. But let's talk about that later. We humans are flesh bags, meaning the things we touch, taste, smell, and see are only electrical impulses sent to our brains to interpret this reality we are living in. We only experience everything based on our interpretation, meaning we are biased as hell. Think about the famous blue dress. Others might see silver or yellow. I don't know. I see blue. But someone else will tell you something different. Who even is right there? Let me show you something even I discovered with my painting and the colors. So this is the painting that I made. See the colors? Now when I apply different colors to it, it changes the entire thing. So insane, right? Now, nothing is what it seems, and your reality is just as valid as the next person's, right? Projection. What is projection? Projection is the process of displacing one's feelings onto a different person, animal, or object. We project onto most people in life. Example, a person making fun of their colleagues' flaws and insecurities. They're most probably projecting their own insecurities onto their colleague. Projection comes from the unconscious. The unconscious is where 95% of your personality's traits lie. And the unconscious projection occurs when people are critiquing something or someone, but they don't realize they are talking about themselves. The unconscious is a vast black hole of knowledge, even though it might always feel negative, because most of our negative traits are projected onto others. It isn't all bad. We see the potential in others. We can see when someone is going to be a star, or if they have this kind of greatness within them. And that's not you recognizing an aspect of yourself. So, why do we project? People tend to project because they have a trait or desire that is too difficult to acknowledge. Rather than confronting it, they cast it away and onto someone else. Defense mechanism, fear of the unknown, or fear of what might be true. Psychologists Sigmund Freud, Carl Jung, and Marie-louise Von Frans all had different reasons for projection. But they all shared one common theme, which was that it came from a place of fear. Sigmund Freud had a patient who felt feelings of shame, and their projection came in the form of them thinking their neighbors were watching and gossiping about them. Carl Jung's projection theory says that it comes from the fear of the unknown. Friendship. The people in your life all reflect a different version of your life. You know the saying, show me your friends and I'll show you your future? It's rather valid, in a sense that the people you surround yourself with represent certain aspects of the psyche, because you are what you attract, because like attracts like. This is one of the reasons why, when you begin to change or start making significant changes in your life, the friends you have begin to shift. Your inner reality begins to change, and therefore your outer reality does too. You ever wonder why you don't hang out with that person anymore? Or even your romantic relationship starts to change because maybe you or them starts to transform. Think about someone you see as your opposite. They reveal all the aspects of yourself that you hide from yourself. Let's say you are quiet and reserved. Your opposite is loud and unspoken. The projection could be a disliking to that unconsciously or less negative by just being associated with them. They play out that fantasy and make you feel included, and you feel that you are free to be that version of yourself. There's only two ways it can go. Either you begin to integrate that part of yourself into you, or it becomes a negative projection and a disliking, such as feelings like jealousy or envy, because there's an attachment. An attachment is also a very good indicator to see whether you are projecting or if someone else is projecting, because an attachment is when you identify with the person or object. The most projections are a way of trying to control that aspect of yourself that you are unfamiliar with. But under all of that consciousness, deep down in your unconscious, you know. That's why you indulge in it. You have no choice but to indulge it, because on a conscious level, you are unaware that you are dancing to your own music. A character in a film is a good example of a projection, because the entire film is about them. When writing a film, you are supposed to make it personal, and everything up to the side characters, clothing, and the catalyst, which is the driving force for the character to make a decision if he wants to go on the hero's journey or not, are all designed to make him get what he needs. And the reason for that is that's how life works. The character cannot be part of a world that isn't centered around him. It can either show him what he is or what he is not, but it has to be personal. Jungian projections. Jungian projections, such as the Anima and the animus, which are the energies of the feminine within males and masculine within females, we've come to a time in the world where men and women are fighting each other, but mostly themselves. The innate identity within has shifted and everyone blames each other for society's problems. The yin and yang balance is off. Males are heavily disconnected from their feminine side and over-identifies with the masculine, therefore falling short on both sides. And vice versa. Although I could argue there is a general resentment towards the feminine, opposites come into play here, and the negative traits starts to overlap. A hurt feminine and a hurt masculine come together to maximize their joint slay and ruin each other. Now, like I said, it doesn't have to be negative, because they can find healing within that duo. With honesty and communication, there's room for healing and growth. An example of another archetype can be the mother or caregiver. An over-identification of the archetype can manifest the person being motherly and loves to take care of the people around them, wanting to nurture and grow people with their love. However, on the flip side, they can also become needy, codependent, and a need to be needed. They can attract the poor attenders, which is the forever child. The mother complex, if coming from a broken place, would find herself young kids to help and fill that need. Saying that doesn't necessarily mean it applies to women, because men with a mother complex would easily project that onto the woman in his life. That's how a woman or a mother should be, according to his projection. Conclusion and my final example would be: consider a married man who finds himself attracted to a co-worker. Instead of acknowledging his attraction, he deflects by claiming she is flirting with him. This scenario may sound familiar, as issues like this not only affect individuals but also permeate society on a larger scale. Let's think about how this pattern extends to politicians, presidents, celebrities, and influencers. The tendency to place blame on influencers and celebrities stems from our deep involvement in their lives. While they do share responsibility for what they project to the world, our relationship with them often reaches a distant and judgmental place within ourselves. We demand entertainment while expecting them to align with our moral standards. Discovering that influencers have scammed, behaved poorly, or even cheated on their partners, leading to the actions like gasping in disbelief. Yet, in our personal lives, friends and family may engage in similar behaviors. The question arises: why do we reserve such strong reactions for celebrities and not for those closer to us? This phenomenon of judging and insulting, ultimately impacting lives, arises from a failure to turn the mirror inward. The root of the problem lies within ourselves. When do we realize that our judgment not only perpetuates issues but also makes us part of the problem? The reluctance to engage in introspection prevents us from seeing our own flaws. If you want to start recognizing where you might be projecting, start with your immediate surroundings, such as friends, family, and especially yourself. Where are you judging yourself? And who are you judging? What about others is so annoying and distasteful that you let it affect you so much? In essence, we are all susceptible to pointing fingers without acknowledging that three fingers are pointing back at us. Encouraging self reflection is crucial as it allows us to bridge the gap between societal issues and individual responsibility, fostering a more empathetic and understanding society. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you subscribe, like, comment, share, please share. Yeah, thank you for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.